games, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And off we go from Dallas. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go! Wait, take.
Dak now from the gun. Forced out to his right. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. Prescott here from the gun. Hauled in left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here we go! Wait, here we go, going to 54, going to 54, wide.
1st down, and they go right back to him. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. From the gun is Prescott. Hits his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Cake? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here we go!
Prescott now on 3rd down. Chased out to his right. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60+ is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Play fake, it's Love. Vacates quickly left side. Pass is cut at the 9. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment.
On the ready.
Ready to go with the second quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone.
Set.
They'll run. Jacobs punches it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Right up the gut. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jair Alexander with the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Packers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Ready.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Set. Ready.
They go counter, it's Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Packers looking like they'll have to punt. offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9.
Here we go.
They're going for this. They connect for the first. And they make the tackle at the 38. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first. New set of downs for them at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Love. It's cut right side by Watson. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Watch out now. 50 series. 22 meters.
Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
Set to kick off.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Turpin with a return. There he goes on the right side. Hits the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys making a one-score game before halftime. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Jaden Reed to return this. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Takes the handoff, now Love. He's gonna loft one deep to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Here we go. Set. Cut.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target.
Oh, and they fake it. This is caught. And they'll bring him down, but not before the fake gets them a 1st down.
Ready, set. Down.
Love to throw again. Watson with the catch. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He's on the move. He's on the move. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Geeett with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Reed. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They're out and set, first and 10.
You, yellow. Set, hut.
Love from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Hut, hut.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Deron Bland has it. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Then we're going to 53. What do you think?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Yeah!
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
What do you think?
Back to the well again. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jair Alexander with the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
What do you think?
Prescott now to throw on third down. On the move, headed right. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Yeah, here we go. Right side. What do you think?
He's back to throw. Rolling out to his left. He connects downfield on fourth. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on fourth down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
What do you think?
On first down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down.
Everybody kill. What do you think?
Dak out of the pistol. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty.
Here we go. Hey, kill.
Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here we go. Hey, kill. What do you think?
Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
What do you think?
Looking to throw. It's caught, Ferguson. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Yeah! Switch it, hey!
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Yeah! Here we go! What do you think?
He'll throw it. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen on the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They go play action here. Flush down out to his left. And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone, Brock, and unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Yeah, usually why you see coordinators call runs. Try to give yourself a little bit more room, so if you want to take a risk on 3rd down and it backfires, it doesn't backfire in 2 points, but let's give some credit to that defense. That's a big play, a momentum turner in the game.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Yeah, here we go! What do you think?
Plowing up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
What do you think?
Dak now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
What do you think?
They'll run here on 1st down. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys trailing by 5. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? Ready, take. What do you think?
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Forced out to his right. He's got it over the middle. And he'll move the chains on that play.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
The Packers take their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal.
What do you think?
Here he is to throw. Dumped off to his running back. Crosses the goal line for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys have taken the lead late. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
For the two-point conversion.
Here we go. What do you think? Got it. What do you think?
Setting up to pass. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Striker, 3-3. Ready.
He'll look to throw it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the